Welcome to Per Script Evangelion. Yeah, I almost forgot. Oh my gosh, wow. I'm being serious. I actually almost forgot. I should stop listening to the opening while I'm trying to open this. I am Ray. I am here with Mike.
Hello. And
this is it. For those of you that have been following along with us, this is the last episode. This is the last episode about the last 3 episodes. There's a dog toy in the background of Neon Genesis Evangelion. Damn it, Felix. We're going to be talking about episodes 24, 25, and 26. I have a large glass of wine with me today because 25 and 26 are drinking episodes, in my opinion.
There's something. We'll get to that.
Mm-hmm. You wanna crack this? Well, once again, for those of you that have been wondering where this idea came from, and for those catching up and bringing you back to the beginning, Mike had never seen any Neon Genesis Evangelion until we started this whole charade.
That is correct.
I say charade, but he legit, as far as I know, I'm not with Mike 24/7. He had not actually seen it, and it's been interesting to get his live reactions on each episode as we go through. And here we are. We're at the end, so let's just dive right on in and get down to episode 24, The Last Cometh. Mike, what are your thoughts on the gayest episode of Evangelion?
It's pretty gay.
It's up there.
There may be some like I think that there were some people who are mad that like, oh, they changed the translation on this, like, so therefore it just seems like they're friends instead of like
they
partners.
did, yeah.
And I don't know how anybody watches that episode and is like, oh, they changed the words, so that means they're friends. And, like, completely ignoring what's actually happening on the screen and the shot direction. It's clearly implied that
it's more implied with the text. I'm one of the people that didn't like the actual translation, I admit. Because in the original dubbing, it was very clear. Like, well, you know what? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's start with the opening of the episode.
Yeah. So what's
Asuka sees her mother die.
Yeah, Asuka's not doing super hot. It's real bad.
She has a flashback to running into the room to find her mother hanging. Her mother hung herself, and next scene, Asuka is naked in either just a plain tub or it's a bit of her blood. She's trying to off herself in a dilapidated building. She's contemplating what use is she as a human being since she can't be an Eva pilot. Because if you guys recall in the last episode, she had such a low sync ratio with the Eva that it didn't even obey her command to turn on. Then the Nerve Special Forces. Nah, I guess it's their Secret Service.
Nerve.
They find a desiccated Asuka and take her away. This episode
She's doing
starts
bad.
Rough.
It's really not good.
Yeah?
To the point that they need to bring in somebody else.
Yeah, they find the 5th children. Children. They're not talking about it. Shinji doesn't talk about it. Skipping the episode a little bit, but Shinji is not addressing the fact that he just saw a vat full of Rei clothes disintegrate in front of his eyes. Maybe he blocked that out.
Yeah, that they kind of just kind of let that hang out there, and I'm like, oh.
I think that's table conversation. I think it's something
we're just gonna shoot that out there, and this is gonna be it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not gonna. As we'll see, they don't really get into much of anything.
Dr. Akagi is being like chastised by Gendo for destroying all the dummy system. He calls them the dummy systems. And I guess it's implied that Dr. Akagi and Gendo slept together because Gendo gotta dip his wick in anything Akagi related, I guess. Yeah, I said it.
Oh no.
Oh. I was about to make a very
cursed.
I was about to make a very crass getting the robot joke, but I decided to stop myself.
Good. Great. Keep it that way. Anyway, so they bring in the 5th child, Kaoru.
Yeah, that's pretty good. How did they find him, Mike? It's the most on-the-nose thing ever.
He just kind of showed up, and they're just like, oh.
Oh, yeah, he's just sitting in the middle of a lake on a broken angel statue. And it's like, yeah, alright, sure. We're just gonna pretend that's not foreshadowing or whatever.
Yeah.
He's humming an angelic song while we're at it.
Yeah, and he he comes in, Misato, being the intelligent badass that she is like immediately suspicious of him because he is like has an insane sync rate like with Unit 2, even though they haven't even like rewritten anything. So everyone's suspicious of him, but he's like really nice and sweet. And then they have this like he like takes a bath with Shinji in like a public bath, and he says that he is deserving of grace and that he likes him, and just again like
see, that's the translation thing. He's like, you're deserving of grace, but in the original translation he's like, I think I like you. So that's a subtle difference.
Yeah, but I don't know how you I don't think that changes the way you're supposed to think about that scene though. Like it's so heartfelt, and I mean I think it would be like I don't know how you watch that and not immediately think that that's what that is, what's happening there, because that's what's happening there, and it's like, and it's like so nice because like Shinji is like taking some big couple L's lately, and just his connection to people and is like very tenuous, and so to like have this person
I'm sorry,
descend out of nowhere.
I made a mistake.
Somewhere.
I made a mistake. I want to correct myself. He does say, you are deserving of my grace, and Shinji says, your grace? He's like, yes, it means I like you. The original translation is, you're deserving of my grace, it means I love you. That was the small little wording difference.
Okay.
Which, again, to your credit of exactly what you're saying, Shinji is just blushing the entire time. And the last time Shinji blushed is when he copped a feel on Rei, and he's probably just mortified, embarrassed, and not really like in his feelings.
This is like very sweet, and
yeah,
in just a way that is like very like. It's been a long time since we've seen any genuine like sweetness in this show. Well, not that there isn't genuine like care, but like it's been a rough couple of episodes here for everybody. So like,
yeah.
So the sound only people are yelling at Gendo about stuff. Then Gendo talks to Unit 1 about some shit. So like, we're going to start the Human Instrumentality Project, and has just an eyeball on his hand. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he embedded...
Was that there the whole time? Is that why he wears gloves?
He embedded Adam into him, is what he did. Remember the Adam embryo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
Yeah. That is the question you should be asking.
Is that an end of Evangelion thing?
That is an end of Evangelion thing.
Okay.
That is a good question. And we're skipping a little bit. Imagine how people that was watching this as it was released, because End of Evangelion came out like 3 years later. 3 years later.
That's
and
incredible.
they didn't find out what that thing on Gendo's hand was till then.
And we'll get into why that is crazy here in a bit, because
Yeah.
so that is really weird. Again, I still love I want a Snapchat filter where I'm still translating video, but I'm just projected as a giant gray obelisk that says sound only, even though I'm still transmitting video. I don't know why. And these are the same people. I asked this last time, and I will always ask this. The sound only obelisk people are the same as the rainbow people, right?
Yeah.
You're doing that thing where you're like, I can't elaborate more, but
I can't elaborate more, but yeah.
Okay.
So let's skip ahead. Rei is having in a very Rei-like existential crisis where she realizes she feels like I'm a copy, and
yeah,
man, that's gotta be a weird feeling. That I don't know if I'm ready. I don't think I have the psychology degree to tackle. Wait, Mike has a psychology degree. Mike.
no, I don't. I have a philosophy degree.
Mike, even better.
I took some psychology classes and I don't remember anything. How about that?
Damn it! That doesn't help actually at all.
Whoopsie.
We can fast forward a bit more to where Shinji and Karyu are spending the night together because Shinji wanted to, and it's kind of cute.
Again, he talks about his dad problems, like they bond over it.
Shinji's just
Misato.
blushing the entire time.
I know, it's so like this episode is so tragic. And like Misato again tries to spy on him meeting, or like spy on this kid because she's still suspicious of him, and he like marks her from like miles away. So it's like that's your kind of your first clue that there's some real bad stuff going on here. And also the Seele people there's so much going on here. The Seele people are talking to him. The Karyu, but he's an angel, but they didn't talk to the other angel unless they did. Oh no.
They get into this. They do attack this.
Okay.
There's a lot of plot dump when the obelisks are talking to Karyu, who's once again standing upon a headless angel statue.
Yeah.
And they just open up and call Karyu an angel, and they say, we activated you because Gendo is trying to destroy the world. So there's an implication here that Seele went so far as to work with an angel, because whatever Gendo is about to do is worse somehow.
Wait, so Gendo doesn't... Seele does not want the Human Instrumentality Project to happen.
Seele doesn't want whatever they think Gendo's gonna do with it to happen.
Is Gendo going to do the Human Instrumentality Project?
Gendo's gonna do a thing that requires us to watch the movie.
Is that thing the Human Instrumentality Project?
He's gonna do a thing that requires 90 minutes of your time. And I promise you, it'll be the most... We've already hit the R rating on our podcast. The most fucked up 90 minutes you will ever watch.
Okay, fine. Well, we should just blast through this because then all of a sudden Karyu is like, oh, by the way, I'm actually an angel.
Yeah.
I can remotely pilot Unit 2.
That scene is so fucking cool, by the way, where he floats up to the head of Unit 2 and just activates right in front of him, and everyone just starts panicking. They're like, what is it manned? It's not even manned. Oh no, an angel's controlling it. Code blue. And I love that. I love that entire 1 minute sequence.
Yeah, and then so he's like, I'm just gonna take the elevator down here to Adam, and then begin. And I assume it's like some sort of like capture the flag kind of thing, where if an angel gets to Adam, the third impact happens. Is the Human Instrumentality Project the third impact?
I can't tell you. I will tell you that all the questions you have about Human Instrumentality Project will be answered in the movie. And you are not prepared for what's going to happen.
Everybody has an AT field.
Yeah.
Shinji gets down there, and Karyu is just about to go touch on Adam. Then they fight, and...
No,
then
he says a couple things.
Huh?
He says a couple things. He says, "Oh, you're not Adam. You're Lilith."
Yeah, because Adam was the... that's right, because they said... Because Misato is the one who said that was Adam, right?
Mm-hmm. And us, the audience, have no reason to think Misato doesn't know what she's talking about, because Misato saw Adam at Antarctica when Adam destroyed the world in the second impact.
Wait, was Adam the big, like, glowy thing that you see in...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've mentioned that at least once. I think in the last episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
But we don't know where Adam is. We know where Lilith is, but I also don't know what Lilith is. Oh, no.
They're descending down. There's that really... I don't know. I think it's kind of cool, that fight sequence between Unit 01 and Unit 02. And Shinji is having a panic of faith, because he loves Karyu, and Karyu loves him, but he realizes Karyu is the enemy of mankind, and that really cool scene where the progressive knife almost goes through Karyu, but he has a gigantic AT field, and it can't be penetrated by the frog knife, and Shinji said, "Why is that there?"
I love how AT fields can just do whatever. It's incredible. It's like it's impenetrable, except this time it is not. Okay. But yeah, then ultimately Shinji gets a grab of Karyu in his Eva, and he's like, "You should either, what does he say? Oh yeah, kill it to either. Yeah, he either has to kill Karyu or just let humanity die."
Yeah, because Karyu says Karyu's alluding, if I touch Lilith, that'll probably destroy all of humanity. Or you could just kill me, and I'm kind of cool with that, because I've gotten to know someone like you. Oh! Right in the heart.
Yeah, these angels are getting crafty. It's so mean. Like, Shinji is just so heartbroken. I hate it. And then we just see like a JPEG of this scene lasting for like 30 seconds because the animation budget is just falling apart.
Wait, there's a really, really quick scene that happens. It only happens for 30 seconds, but it's really cool, and I hope you, like, caught it your first watch. They say something has penetrated Terminal Dogma as well. It's something huge. Oh my gosh, it's the biggest AT field we've ever seen. And the camera just pans up to Rey standing at the top of Terminal Dogma. They don't do anything with that. It's just there. Just a reminder.
Man.
And yeah, she's just... I want to stress again, she's just standing there. How'd she get there? They say, and then they say, like, okay, it's gone. Whatever happened is gone. And yeah, you were just talking about Shinji is holding Karyu, and yeah, it's just a it's just a screensaver.
Ultimately, Shinji does kill Karyu, and Misato tries to tell him he did the right thing, and we need to talk about these next 2 episodes.
Oh, is it time?
It's time.
On to episode 25.
Let
me get my wine. Where do you start?
I can't even remember, because I think they said that the Human Instrumentality Project has begun.
Yeah,
and some quick.
It happens in text.
Yeah, it happens in text, and it feels like this episode is I feel like I need to watch the movie before I give a proper assessment of these episodes. In that I feel like these episodes are basically the themes of the movie, but just taken, just condensed down into pure unrecognizable mind playing madness.
Yeah.
Because it's all the storytelling arc is there of there's the initial conflict, the doubt, and then the learning, and then the triumph at the end. Then there's some kind of story arc here, but it just it just exists on a pure Word document outline that they had and nothing else. And it's well, hey, can you write a script for this episode? No. I cannot. I refuse. That's it. And there's just barely even any plot to latch on to as far as what's happening here.
So background notes for these 2 episodes. The director of the show, wow, I forgot his name. That's awful of me. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Director of
Kazuya Tsuramaki.
Who?
Well, that's the director of this episode, but
Hideki Anno. Well, he's the director of the entire series.
Ah, okay.
So this is the director of probably cinematography for this episode.
Yeah.
Hideki Anno was going through some serious rough depression spats in his life, clinically depressed. And this is some of the darkest moments in this man's life. And to this day, he defends these episodes as, no, I had a message to tell, and I told it. And if you don't like it, tough. And from an artistic standpoint, I actually do respect that. That's very fair.
Yeah.
But, whew! They ran out of money. They,
Well, I like it when it gets to, a lot of this stuff has kind of a vibe of the episode 16 where Shinji's inside that one angel orb thing. Mm-hmm. And you're getting the horizontal and the vertical line clashing and stuff.
Yeah.
But it feels like this stuff just doesn't clearly kind of stick the land. It tries to cash these giant checks, and I'm just I don't know if it does. There's some there are a lot of cool stylistic things happening, but I just
Shinji, yeah. Well, let's talk about the episode while we're talking about the weird art of the episode. So the episode's a brief recap of. It starts off with a brief recap of Shinji struggling with the thought that he killed one of the few people in the world that he truly loved, and that sucks,
Yeah.
Because it was either kill this person or it's the end of humanity, and he's really struggling with that. And that's a understandable. If you have the choice to kill the person in the world that you love the most, or humanity ends, yeah, Shinji's grappling with, like, maybe humanity should have just ended. Am I even worth that love, or something like that? And those are deep concepts. They really are. Shinji is just having an internal mind struggle because human instrumentality has begun, Mike! And that means all of human consciousness has merged, and Shinji is dealing with his own consciousness before he deals with others' consciousness. And that's what this weird episode is talking about. He's just in, like, a blank space.
Yeah.
These episodes are hard to watch, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's like, and it you know, like, I could go through and, like, describe every single thing that happens here, but, like,
yeah, it's not worth it.
Because it's like, but it's just like, there's, like, you know, the case of Asuka, the case of Rei, the case of Misato, just kind of going through, like, kind of similar stuff that we've seen happen to these characters, of, like, kind of asking the similar questions, like, that they've always kind of been asking themselves, and it's just like, I think I like the ideas of, like, I mean, I like the concepts that are at work here. It's just like, I just don't have any, like, kind of text to, like, latch on to. It's like I'm watching pure. It feels like sometimes, I don't know, it's just like, it reminds me of, like, this one of those, like, AI generated pictures that's supposed to look like something.
The
and from a distance, like, you're like, oh yeah, like, that's a picture of, wait, and then the more you look at it, you realize there's, like, you can't, like, you don't recognize anything in the picture.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not, like, your brain just, like, there's no actual objects in it. But your brain, it's close enough to other things like that your brain thinks it is. And this stuff, it's like, and this episode kind of reminds you of that, just because, like, this isn't a great analogy, but it's just like, I like a lot of the things going on here, but there's just, like, nothing that I think the next episode is better, but there's just, like, nothing to really kind of latch onto as far as, like, arc of the episode. I think, like I said, I feel like it's just kind of, like, incomplete. Like, I think watching this after End of Evangelion will probably add more context to this and help maybe. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no.
I was telling Mike this before, for those of you that have actually seen End of Evangelion. You watch episode 25, 26. Then to watch End of Evangelion, bleh. You watch episode 24, then pretend episode 25 and 26 don't exist. Because End of Evangelion takes place like minutes after the end of episode 24. It is the alternate ending Hideki Anno wanted to give the fans that they felt they were cheated out of, is the best way to put it. Make of that sentence what you will. It's fucking nice.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like Anno is probably a lot like, what's the guy who did here,
Oh, Yoko Taro?
I feel, did the Evangelion fan base get Yoko Taro'd? Where they're like, we want this, and he's like, oh, I'll give you what you want.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Make you feel like the disgusting little fanboy that you are for wanting this.
Ooh, there's a part in the movie where he just calls that part out.
Oh.
Ooh.
You know,
I'm so excited.
Okay. Can we talk about episode 26? Because...
yeah, 25 doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so Rei has, like, a conversation with herself. Misato has a conversation with herself. Asuka has a conversation with herself. And it's all for the same things you believed before. Asuka's dealing with her mother's suicide. And Misato's dealing with, am I a whore? You're not, Misato. You're
a grown woman. You can have sex with whoever you want.
They do point out she seeks out sex for the psychological reason that she doesn't know how to cope with emotion. So she's not a whore at all.
No.
But she does have problems.
Yes, she probably drinks too much.
Having a malt beer for breakfast is not healthy.
Yeah, not advisable. I mean, it's really funny and great, but it's like, oh, Misato, you're hitting that pretty hard. But I was really so 26 kind of has like Shinji is, should I even exist? I'm unwanted. I'm useless. Like hard stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and kind of going and is being asked the questions like, what do you live for? What do you want? What are you happy about? And like, ask Shinji. This episode, I think, kind of tries to get back to more of some of the themes of like, if Shinji hates piloting the Eva so much, why doesn't he just run away? And then and kind of gets into how Shinji is. At least I see it like how, I think it is a testament to how great Shinji is as like a character, that he despite all this, he's he comes back to like pilot the Eva every time,
because he wants the satisfaction of his friends and family.
Yeah, and but he's kind of, if I don't have any worth, I don't do anything, I won't be hurt. And then we start getting into some weird stuff because, again, I think it worked for me, but we start getting into some Sharpie ass drawings of Shinji.
Oh my gosh, it is just now I realize you're talking about episode 26. I thought you were still talking about 25. That's how much they blend together.
Well, you see, it's the meta instrument. It's the episode instrumentality project, Ray, where all the episodes just kind of blend together. And
you know what? That was so good. You have my permission to add that to the wiki. that is pretty damn good.
Just see, it's great because the same thing is happening to you as you're watching this. You're like, who am I?
Yeah.
Why do I exist? What do I want? What am I doing here? See, the people are like, what? I don't understand this episode, but that's because they don't understand that this episode is happening to you. You are. I think I just blew my own mind. So, Sharpie drawings of Shinji talking about this stuff, and then
I mean, this is where the budget of the anime has hit. We've hit rock bottom.
Well, so we get some more kind of very simple drawings of Shinji talking and thinking and becoming formless, and then all of a sudden, I was watching the time on this episode tick down. And I'm like, oh no. No. This can't be it. Because it plays like the
yeah! It's a fun little slice of life school episode.
Here's and it's but everything is good. And it's basically just Shinji's dream world because his mom and dad are Gendo's still a fuck because he's reading the news. Hi, Felix.
Felix jumped in my lap for those
Felix
that clearly can't see.
Folks, we have to stop and look at Felix. Look at him. Look at that king. I love him. Hi, Felix. Hi, Felix. What a king. Anyways, so everything is good, and they're like, come on, Shinji, we gotta go to school. And they're going to school, and he accidentally bumps into Ray, and he's like, oh my god, I accidentally looked up, you're scared, I'm so sorry. And it's
oh no, she was running to school with a piece of toast in her mouth.
No, there's no time left in this episode. Oh my god, this is how it's gonna end. This is horrible. Because he's just wait, this Shinji wouldn't want this at all, but
guess who's the school teacher? It's Misato! Everyone's favorite sexy homeroom school teacher! Ah, yes!
Misato. And they're
she's
just
such an irresponsible teacher as well.
I know, she like comes up driving that super fast car. It's great. Like,
she says, "Hello, boys. Get ready for the new girl transfer student." She's awful. Oh, and then it goes back to colored pencil drawings.
yeah,
Like immediately.
And like in the weird stage or like high school gym he's in. But like, it kind of turns the corner and is like, oh, I can create realities for myself within my own life. And it's hard, but I can. People like see things through their own filter, and they can change that by altering their perspective. And he kind of re-engages in not wanting to be like, to being like, I am me, I am Shinji. Like, he reconnects to having like this, like an identity. Like, he doesn't just want to become formless and metaphorical goo, which sounds very nice. I'm gonna be honest.
Stop it. Credit to the last 3 minutes of this episode. It still gets me. It's a really good 3 minutes.
It's a good turn. Like,
yeah.
I was really gonna hate pretty hard on these episodes before that.
Mm-hmm.
But like that, it's just like I like that ending. It's just like, it feels like this is pure subtext just being blasted into my brain in a way. I'm like, oh my god, I can't even look at it because it's like, it's too pure. It's like there's no actual like content for it to be filtered through in like actual storytelling, and in a way that kind of hurts a lot of the I think the effectiveness of it. Again, it sounds like End of Evangelion is almost like a completely different thing going on.
Oh, I can't wait.
Cause I'm like, oh well, I'm sure this will. I kind of like some of the beats here, but maybe in a broader context, it would help kind of ground some of these. But it sounds like that is not the case, and that makes me sad.
You have to pretend these episodes don't exist. But I do love this
okay,
part.
wait, but so like, it ends, like as he kind of centers on his like core identity, like the facade like of this like high school gym shit he's in cracks, and then everyone's in a circle around him clapping, yay, yay, and
hey, I love this part. All right,
and
it's like love this part.
Like the slow theme on, it's like the theme on the like the violin or whatever. Yay! Congratulations! Yes. And like every single character, even like the random like
even
Pen, and like the two random bros who are like, man, we've got another angel. It just popped its AT field. Like that, like those guys. Even they're like, congratulations, Shinji. Like the only guy we didn't get is the board drill guy who's like, the drill is going at 8 meters a second.
Congratulations, Shinji. You discovered yourself. Congratulations.
Shinji, you've recentered your identity. At that rate, you will become a fully grown and actualized individual in about 8 hours.
Really effed up at this part. One of the people that tells Shinji congratulations is his dead mother.
I mean, that tracks.
That's
yeah.
That sells.
Yeah.
That plays.
Then, so it does that, and that's it. Like, it just, like, there are these plot beats that they just set up. It's just kind of like, I appreciate these episodes, I guess, for what they think they are. Like, I mean, just the ultimate Steph Curry, like, like half-court shot, and
the episode ends.
And that's it. Just like, hey, what about all those unresolved and interesting plot threads from episode 24? First of all, how dare you want your story plot to be resolved? How dare you?
What?
How could you even think that I, the smart author and writer of this show, would even want to consider resolving any plot threads. How dare you? You swine. You pig. Watching my show. How dare you? I just really don't know what to make of that. I mean, again, it's like, I think it's supposed to be like the triumphant, like, good thing here. I'm like, oh, this is just like... But it's just, that's it.
Again, the director was so depressed, so clinically depressed, another piece of background, that after they cut and released episode 26, he went to the mountains in Japan and just lived alone for 2 years because he said he had to work some stuff out, and that is deep. I think he needed this. He needed like a happy ending that maybe didn't make a lot of sense to everyone. Because when he came back and made that movie, he had a story to finish. Ooh, that movie cashes some checks. I know I keep harping on this, but really, like, everything... I want Mike to, like, re-listen to this episode after he's watched the movie. Please do that for me.
I might do that. But yeah, as far as, like, these episodes, I just don't really know what I have much else to say. Just because, like, I think I would be... Because I heard some people say, like, don't even bother watching them. And I don't know about that.
That's not a fair assessment.
I think as a piece of, like, especially knowing the context of, like, the very intense depression of Ano... like what, especially from like comparing this like the beginning of the series to these last couple episodes.
Yeah,
I think that there is like an interesting, I don't want to like armchair like psychoanalyze anybody, but like
by all means, go for it.
I think that I just think that is like really interesting that is how he kind of like, I mean, he's publicly said like that's how I kind of worked through what I was feeling, and to like see something like that kind of just like raw. I mean, because some of the stuff just doesn't make sense. It's just like pure like
it's pure id.
It's like
you're looking into the guy's cerebellum. You're just seeing raw emotion and human anger and anxiety and just depression
and like
he's just working through it. I think
I think in kind of in that context, I think it's definitely like interesting. I mean, obviously it does not do a super great job as a like plot conclusion to the show, like at all.
No, I think actually these episodes actually not... If the show is a 9 out of 10, these episodes knock it down to an 8 out of 10. Completely.
A bad ending will do that to a show.
Yeah. Yeah, this is The Sopranos before The Sopranos.
The Sopranos ending is good, though.
It's definitely artistic. So is this, but...
It's better than the Game of Thrones ending, which was bad.
We talking episode 6 or 7 of Game of Thrones?
All of them? Question mark?
Oh wow! You're not even gonna give 8 a chance?
No.
I mean, I know we're doing a super tangent, but the funniest part is when the dragon... Yeah, Game of Thrones spoilers. You've been warned. The funniest part is when Drogon burns the throne.
Again, like didn't we do a
we did podcast on this? Yes, we did.
But honestly, it still blows my mind. Like the implication. Who stabbed her? It
was the pointy throne.
Like when it just goes to show like just how awful like the writing is here, because they just don't think past 1 second of what's going on the screen. Because okay, so Drogon flies in, sees mommy dead. Or mommy sleeping, and is
mommy won't wake up.
Did this person kill her? No, so I won't flame him. I will flame the chair because either A, Drogon is dumb and thinks that mommy got hurt by pointy chair, or B, Drogon is incredibly intelligent and knows the thematic the symbolism of the Iron Throne is like, this is truly what killed my mother, her thirst for power, and thus as a figurehead of like all of her desire and ultimately what drove her to death to be killed.
You know what's fucked up?
It is
the fucked up thing is you're so right that there is no gray area. It is either black or white, A or B. It's one of those two answers.
It's either like Drogon is either like, oh no, chair hurt mommy, or like he understands or he
understands the political implications of the throne and destroyed it so it'll never cause another rise in power like that again.
He's like, I almost call him John Legend. Jon Snow, it's okay that you had to put down my dragon mom like old Yeller. Because that's basically what they did. And Evangelion is a good show, and I'm excited to watch the movie.
All right, that 3-minute tangent. Back to Evangelion. And yes, folks, soon, we've talked about this at length. Mike has been being a brat about it, but I've been holding him at bay. We will be doing a live watch and live reaction of Evangelion. End of Evangelion, as a reminder, I think we mentioned it like 3 episodes ago. Me and Josh watched it at our friend Kevin's house when we were like 15. That messed with us. It is not a children's movie at all, even a little bit. Adults only in the room. Be sober while watching it. Don't be high. This is not a movie to watch while on a trip. It is. I am so excited to watch Mike's reaction because this is the ending that's actually canon. 25 and 26 to the Evangelion canon don't count, kinda. The movie is the actual ending. So I cannot be more excited. But Mike, I'm gonna throw you under the bus here. Tell us where they can find more when we do upload that episode of this episode of Postscript Evangelion and that live watch.
Well, the most important place you can find us is on your podcast app of preference. Definitely, I would recommend, if you have not done so, giving us a review, because those are very helpful. Preferably, I would like a 5-star review because this is a 5-star podcast with 5-star takes. And
update to that. We've actually gotten some reviews, and I appreciate all of them.
Yes, we have. And it's very exciting. So please continue to do so. Folks, we love it. We love it, folks. We are on Twitter at @unscriptgaming and our Facebook page.
It's the same
thing. If you'd like to follow us on Facebook. I'm vamping here, so I'm trying to look this up. It's just Unscripted Gaming. So,
yeah.
Thanks for checking us out, folks. And my name is Mike.
My name is Ray.
Ray, okay, real quick.
Yeah.
I just saw the meme you posted about the major tangent warning. The Epstein suicide is bullshit.
it probably is. Yeah. If you're not following Unscripted Gaming for our updates, you should follow it for the memes.
Maybe another podcast we can.
That is.
I can tell you how much Epstein brain I have.
The worms are eating.
There was a cow statue on his island that he ordered moved around, and there's a cow deity named Moloch. I'm just putting it out there.
Are you making this up?
No, I'm not. Moloch is the Canaanite god of associated with child sacrifice. Jeffrey Epstein moved his cow statue around the island a bunch. I don't know, man. I'm just putting dots on the board. Just putting pieces on the board.
I didn't know this.
Folks, I have full-on Epstein brain. It's not good. If your Epstein brain lasts longer than 8 hours, please consult your doctor.
Every time you say Epstein brain, I have that awful image of you posting that emoji of worm eating the brain, and then I actually Google image what happens when worms eat the brain, and that has messed with me in a way I cannot describe.
Bad. It's not good.
Yeah, that's... Why are we still... End this podcast.
We need to end this podcast. Goodbye forever. Not
Peace.
Really. Goodbye.